Here's a run through of this wine tumbler animation for Photoshop. Once you've extracted your files, be sure that you've extracted all of them to somewhere on your hard drive rather than opening the file from the zip file. You make sure you extract everything because you'll need this movie file as well to be extracted. So on a hard drive you need these two files sitting together. You also need the timeline switched on, which is under Window, Timeline. To get your design on, just go to the layer stack in this bottom right here. It says double click Smart Object to add your design, so double click that. And step 2 is to double click this, because this is just a pass-through section. You don't actually do anything here, you just double click this layer called step 2. This is where you put your design on. So you can File, Place Embedded, find wherever you locate, wherever you stored your designs and drop it on, and then you'll see an extra layer here with your design and then my layer. So something like this, you'll have two layers, so you just turn off my layer or throw my layer in the bin. Once you're happy with the placement of your design, close this smart object and be sure to say yes. And then this section here, which is a pass-through section, don't do anything, just close it and say yes. And there you go, and you can use this blue scrub bar, I guess it is, to preview everything's looking fine. Go back into Smart Objects if you need to adjust things, but when you're ready, all you need to do is hit this icon here, or go in here and look for Render Video. You can leave the defaults as they are, but feel free to change things if you know what you're doing. The format, you might want to switch to QuickTime if you're on a Mac. All you really need to do here is set the folder location of where you want to save your animation, which is here, and also give it a file name. And when you're ready, just click this render button. Now, depending on the speed of your machine, it can take a minute or two. Other things to mention are few options that are available. You can change the lid from a clear, oh no, let's change the background first. You can put your own backgrounds in just simply by double clicking the background and then going File, Place Embedded, and then look for a background, suitable background. And close this and say yes. Move that up a bit, looks a bit odd there. You can also, there's a couple of other options. For the lid, you can change from clear to silver or chrome. You can also turn this chrome lip here off, on and off, or if you wanted to, you can actually fine-tune its depth, because obviously different manufacturers may vary. So to do that, there's this layer here. What we need to do there is double click that, and it's just a simple rectangle, and by changing the height like this, you can affect how far down the chrome goes. So yes, so there we've got narrow chrome now. The shadow is here. If you want to change that, you can. If you wanted to change the actual tumbler color, you could do that by just giving it a blending option and giving it, the color overlay. And you can change that to whatever colour you wanted. you find if you're using a coloured option on here, you might want to switch from your design from multiply to normal, because some of the colours will be actually affected by having a different colour underneath. An alternative to doing it that way is to just simply put a background to your design of the colour you want the tumbler to be, then you keep that as multiply. There's different ways to do things as always in Photoshop, but I think that's everything. Feel free to contact me if you have any problems or any questions.